Well, what's up, everybody? This is Louis C. Wembley.
And I'm Shanea Wembley.
And this is the Marriage from Scratch podcast.
Where we talk about our journey from scratch.
And we hope we can help you build your journey and your marriage from scratch.
Up, y'all.
What's going on?
Back again.
It's another. Can I play my sound effect?
No, leave it alone.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey, y'all.
Pew, pew, pew.
We got new. Y'all know we got some new stuff. Some new.
Can I say something real quick?
In the words of new from ATL. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was that kid that when I got something new, I just touched everything. Like and
he lived his life like this today. Okay. Louis. He lived his life like this today, y'all. That's what bugs my everlasting soul.
When I was a kid growing up, when I got something new, everybody knew it. I mean, one time, I'll never get this. This should have been my truth is. It was Christmas break. You know when you come back from Christmas, you like, I'm going to shut the classroom down with this lunchbox. I showed up to... oh, my goodness. I showed up to school. And you know how your pants will have the stick, the tape thing with the size of your pants on it? I don't know if they do it for girls, but for men.
Yeah.
But so the size of your pants is like on tape on the side. Mm-hmm. So I didn't even check all the size of my clothes. I showed up to school after Christmas break, and the side of my pants said Husky. Husky L.
Oh, yeah, I've tried not to. Because I want to scream.
And my classmates was like, dang, they put your name on your pants?
Not the name, Jesus. Not the name.
Because that's how they separated sizes back then. They called it Husky. They called you Husky.
No, they still do that to this day.
Oh, they still do that?
Yes.
I didn't know that, but
they still do this.
I was the kid that wore all my
So the
stuff.
Husky is like I think it's in that 16, 18.
Can I say something? I'm not Husky. So to all y'all that's watching, it's like, yeah, they were right. They not right. Go ahead.
Let's just get back into the podcast. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
Fight the power.
Okay, this is episode 9.
Episode 9.
Season 1, episode 9.
Season 1, episode 9.
And then after this, we are doing the Q&A.
Q&A session where we're going to take some
episode
questions.
10. Episode 10. Yeah. So if you have questions, comments, concerns, whatever it may be, DM us, or you can email us at marriagefromscratch1@gmail.com.
Yep.
And we will answer those questions on the podcast.
Yeah. That'll shape the episode, the whole episode. We won't deal with no topic. We'll just deal with questions. No topic.
It'll just be questions. So send y'all questions so we got something to talk about.
And don't send us questions about deep conspiracy stuff, like who shot Tupac. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I have my thoughts on who did it.
Or is he really dead?
Or is he really Barack Obama? But you know what? They not ready.
You is killing me.
They not ready. They not ready for this truth. But anyways,
we're gonna go ahead and get into our truth is. I go first. My truth is there's one TV show that I just could not get with. The whole world was talking about.
What's that?
Is Scandal.
Oh yeah. What was the key person name? Olivia Pope?
Olivia Pope, yes. I could not get with it. I just I didn't but I typically like that type of I couldn't get with it. Like the only episode I've ever watched of Scandal is when it crossed over between How to Get Away with Murder. They did a crossover event.
Yeah, that was.
So I had to watch it to understand the next episode of How to Get Away with Murder.
Right.
But other than that, I didn't I didn't watch it.
No, I totally get it. I guess the truth is for this one be like what everybody was just what everybody's crazy about, but we just like that's I'm good. Mine's would be the whole what's it called? The seafood bag or whatever.
The boil.
The boil bag.
Seafood boil bag.
The seafood boil bag. Like I have friends, even Shanea, that watch people like, got my seafood boil bag. Oh my God, it's going down. So we wanted to try it, to be like, man, everybody talk about the seafood boil bag, you know what I mean? So we go to get it and I'm eating it. And Shanea is looking at my face. Now, one of the things I'm going to say, when it comes to ministry, I can hide anything. Mm-hmm. You'll never know how I feel. I can hide all that stuff. But when it comes to like personal stuff, like Shanea just knows when I'm not satisfied. But it's not that I'm not satisfied. I'm trying to figure something out. Like it's either me like what's the hype or what am I missing or what's the taste or how can I make this work or I can see the potential here. Like I'm always trying to think what's next. But the seafood boil, I don't like messy food.
Yo, and I slammed that thing. It was so good.
We need to get another one. Let me give it another try. Now
I just told him last week. I was like, bro, I need a seafood boil bag.
Yeah, we need to try it. Let's try it again.
You know what we need? So last time we shared it because we didn't know. We shared it? Yeah.
We did,
but that's because we didn't know how we would like it.
Right.
And I'm the type, I don't like wasting money. Yeah. Especially when it comes to food. Yeah. So, and especially if the food ain't good, I will force myself to eat it if I've already paid for it. Right. So we shared it. We
did share it. I remember now. Right. And so I got crab cakes too, right?
Right. And you got crab cakes and I got like French fries.
Yeah.
So I think what the problem was, we didn't have our own bag. We couldn't make it personal, like to what we personally want in it.
I got you.
I think you should give it another try.
I'm like, what's the hype? And you know what else too? I don't like to work hard.
That's what it was. He ain't like having to crack the crab leg.
I'm not a hard worker. Everybody like, my husband's a hard working man. I'm not.
No, you work hard.
No, I work smart.
No, I'm talking about like, when they say I'm a hard working man, they saying putting in time.
Right. No.
Put in a lot of time.
I do work hard, but
you don't like doing manual stuff.
I am not a man. I am not a labor person. So
he's not.
So people like my husband. He would lay down on that floor putting that TV together. That is not me. I am looking for the nearest Joe. I don't care who you are. If Nathan could do it, I'll let Nathan do it. That's just not my thing. So the fact that I gotta break the leg. And then Shanea was like, "Okay, so you got to break it. Then you gotta squeeze the meat out, and then wait, don't eat the meat though. Don't just eat the meat. Take the meat off, don't dip it. By the time I done that, I'm full. Like, give me my doggone."
I'm trying not to eat.
I'm just saying, like, you then go ahead and dip it. Go ahead and dip it.
You got to get that sauce at the bottom because we had the different sauces. You got to scoop that in the sauce and then eat that bad boy.
And then folk be like doing their lives, like their YouTubes, where they just.
It's mukbangs.
What?
Mukbangs.
What does that even mean?
No, that's a real word. It's a Japanese word, I believe. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. It's either Japanese or Asian. Korean, yeah. It's from that descent, and it basically means like to watch to eat or something like entertainment of eating or something like that.
Okay. I'm like, we just making up words.
No. It's a real word.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know that was a real word.
It's a real thing.
People like, that's a mukbang. And y'all just gonna sit there and watch them eat? It's COVID-19. What if you get COVID from watching them eating? Your TV gonna be all right. Well, that's why
too far. I always go too far.
Can I put my sound effect?
No,
okay.
Leave the buttons alone.
All right.
Anyways, this is episode 9. Jesus. And this episode is going to be about toxic marriage goals.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about some stuff, y'all. A lot of stuff been going on in the culture.
And why social media should not be your standard in marriage.
It should not be your standard.
Listen.
And if it is your standard, and you trying to get your house together and get married because you didn't see somebody found the boo and you trying to find...
Baby, don't waste your time.
You're wasting your time.
Do not waste your time.
Wasting your time.
Reclaim your time, as Auntie Walters. That was her name, Maxine?
Maxine, yep. Reclaim it. Now, there's an old song by, you don't know nothing about this. Now, you say, I don't know nothing about this. You don't know nothing about this. There's an old song by one of my favorite artists that I just love, Mariah Carey. She said, I don't want no scrub.
Whoa, you will not. You will not.
What'd I say?
That is not Mariah Carey.
Mariah didn't write that.
Lewis.
She was talking about Nick.
My stomach. Lewis. No. That is...
Mariah.
I apologize, y'all, for his ignorance in this season of his life.
Okay, you right. It wasn't Mariah. 3OW. 3OW said, I don't want no scrub.
Lewis.
A scrub. Who said it, Shanea? If it wasn't 3OW, who was it? Cheetah Girls? That's a Raven? Who said it? Anyway, the song said, I don't want no scrub. Okay?
Song simply says.
You don't. It's a waste of time, y'all. Don't live your life trying to be this social. We're gonna dig into all that today. All right, we're gonna dig into all that. I think the first thing.
Because you making me mad.
Why making you mad?
He know I don't play about my music.
Oh, Shanea.
And he just be
Shanea.
Can you turn on? And I be like, Alea. Ain't her song, Give Me What You Got. And I be like, what?
Like, I just found out that Sammy been releasing music all these years. I didn't know Sammy was still dropping music.
I didn't know that either.
I love Sammy.
I didn't know that either.
I love Sammy. I love Sammy music. Sammy music was banging when I was growing up. He the one that wrote that song, I think, My Confessions or something like that. But...
let's just get to the topic.
Oh, okay.
Okay, thank you.
I think the first thing we got to deal with, too, when we looking at these social media couples and all this stuff is we got to break this fake standard of marriage goals. It's a fake standard.
It really is.
It's a fake standard. And I think social media has made us want to look good, but not actually be good. Oh. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Of course.
Like, we want to look good, but we actually don't want to actually be good. You know what I'm saying? And so that's a whole other thing. And I also think, too, we got to talk about this, too. Like, the celebrity culture or the definition of a celebrity has changed.
Yeah.
It's changed dramatically over the last maybe, how long?
It's been some years because, Vine came out.
That's right.
Vine came. That's actually when
people
normal people.
Yeah,
like
that's
regular, everyday.
That's true. I forgot about Vine. Do it for the Vine.
Yeah, I do it for the Vine. For real.
Yeah.
Like Vine came out a couple of years ago.
Vine came out like 2014.
It had to be because I think I was in high school when Vine came out.
No. Vine came out like 2013, 2012. No, we got married in 2013. So you're right. Vine came out when I was in high school.
Yeah. Right, that's what I'm saying.
That's right. But it ended up getting shut down like 2016, 2015. It didn't last long. It only lasted like 3-4 years.
And then but I don't think it got shut down. I think the next wave.
Yeah, I said shut down. I'm sorry. Yeah. People moved on.
People moved on from Vine.
But the point was, like, the definition of what a celebrity has changed over the last 10 to 20 years, maybe 10 years. Now you are a celebrity because of your social media.
Yes.
Like,
yes. Even if you ain't saying diddly squat.
Even if you ain't saying nothing.
That bugs me.
You could be sitting there taking pictures of yourself eating ice cream and get 100,000 followers, and now you are a credible voice. So, like, the world of the celebrity culture has changed. So now you don't got to be in a movie. You don't got to be on TV. You know, like, my cousin was a celebrity.
So from dancing.
On her social media.
What was it called?
What was it called? I forgot. I don't even think we're allowed to say it. But anyway, My cousin was a celebrity, and we would be at the store. We'd be at the store, and people would be walking up to her trying to take pictures with her because she was a quote unquote social media celebrity. So the downfall is that because of this celebrity culture, everyone is trying to be something that technically doesn't even exist. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, people are pursuing and chasing what doesn't even have value. Mm-hmm. It doesn't even translate. It doesn't even convert. There's no depth. There's no value in it. And honestly, people are trying to do this stuff with their marriages because this is what they saw.
Yeah.
And so what they...
And not even just celebrity marriages either, because now that whole marriage goal has gotten into the church.
Yeah, it's true. It's the power couple. It's the his or her Rolexes. Get you one that do that. It's like, come on, man. I mean, because what ends up happening is you create this picture that's not the reality. What you're not telling them is when you first got together, y'all didn't know how to talk to each other. It's like
or what you're not telling me is y'all just started really liking each other.
Right.
When y'all got this money.
Right.
Y'all really still don't like each other.
Right.
But because the money is like a soft pillow for y'all relationship.
Right. What you're not saying is what's actually led y'all to where y'all are now. That's my whole thing. Like, if you're gonna post the picture, tell the story. Tell the story behind the picture. It was not always like this.
At all. We
did not always have this.
Period.
We lost XYZ in this year, and God blessed us. And you know what I'm saying? Like, tell the story.
Exactly. But I think with exposing yourself in that manner, it takes away your ability to be looked at.
Your leverage,
somebody to be.
Right.
And it's like,
that's true.
But that's how you keep people from idolizing you.
Right. That's true. I'm glad you said that. If you tell your story, you won't have to worry about people making you a fake marriage goal.
Period.
If you tell your story, if you tell the story, people will see that you are just as human as they are.
So when
you want to play my sound effect?
No, because
I got one just for you.
Leave it alone. Leave them.
Go ahead.
No, y'all. I'm telling y'all. And then this is why when stuff happen, when something happened in your life and it blow up on social media, if y'all just tell y'all true, y'all won't have to get on here talking about I'm human. And we, y'all put me on a high pedestal. No, I didn't ask for me. Y'all, no, you put yourself there. Yeah. Or in the fact of not saying something, not telling people, you put them to, you give them the right to make an imagine. I mean, to make a
idol out of you. Yeah.
No, to put their imagination.
Right, put their imagination. Yeah.
And for you in that area. Right.
Now they're fantasizing about a picture of what you're portraying, and it really isn't even who you are. So if we told the story, though, people would see the humanity.
Right.
And if they see our humanity, then they'll see that what we have accomplished is accomplishable for them as well.
Exactly.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I would. There's one couple. Let me tell y'all something. There's one couple now on social media that I look at now. I don't look at them like, oh, I want to be them, but I love the presentation that they put on. Well, I'm praying it's their lifestyle. I'm praying it's their lifestyle,
love what they
but
post.
I love who they are, and that's Michael Todd and Natalie.
I definitely think that. I think that that's their authentic self, though. But
right. I think.
But the only thing you can do is hope.
Exactly.
If you don't know them.
Exactly.
Right.
But I love because they give you a glimpse of a marriage that I feel like is really trying.
Yeah.
My issue with the whole I don't know. Go ahead.
But
because I got a lot of issues with this topic, and I just hate to see people just measure who they are, who their marriage is, and who they are, and then be like, well, it's not like this, so it's not worth it. Yeah. Or you leave a marriage, or you like that's it boils my blood.
I hate the pettiness that we have magnified in relationships. Like your complaint, like for example, you're surrounded by entrepreneurs, and your husband works for, I'm just gonna make up something. In Illinois, our energy company in Illinois is ComEd. So your husband works for ComEd, right? Or your husband works for Nicor Gas. In Illinois, that's our energy gas place. And all your friends' husbands are entrepreneurs. They travel when they want. They work from home. And here you go complaining about your husband's job that's providing a good salary, a good pension, and now you want your husband to quit his job to be an entrepreneur because all of your friends' husbands. That's horrible. That's the world we're in right now.
Yeah.
The fragility, dude. I'm sorry, not to call you dude.
No.
The fragility that is surrounding relationships right now. People are walking on eggshells because they're comparing their marriage and their spouse's income or personality or physical look or dressing style to the circles that they're in, and it is a fake standard. So you're leaving a field filled with gold for an appearance of something.
It's the truth, man. I know I keep bringing it up, but what aggravates me the most is it's seeping its way through the church. That gets on my nerves.
Can I say this though? It's actually always been here, but social media has made it. Has really magnified it. Like people have been this petty for years. They've been this petty for years. I remember when back in the day where the pastor or the preacher or the bishop or the whatever, the apostle was the grand poop. I mean, he was so what he did for his wife, guess what the wives would do? They would compare pastor, you see what pastor did? You see, pastor wrote his wife a song. I wish mine write me a song. You see what I'm saying? Well, he don't write you a song, but you ain't got, you don't ever have to worry about, money or food. It's like I think what we're trying to narrow in on is how these fake standards make you ungrateful.
Yes.
It makes you so ungrateful. And one of the things I cannot stand, and it's because I didn't have a lot growing up. Mm-hmm. I grew up in poverty, like not a picture of poverty. I mean legit poverty because my parents were married, and when your parents are married, you don't qualify for government funding. Right. So we didn't get stamps and stuff like that. We couldn't. My parents were married because I didn't have pretty much a lot growing up. I became great. I am extremely grateful for what I have, and I'm not tooting my own horn, but if you were to look at me and say that or see that I'm grateful, it's because I have learned to love what I have. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I know what it feels like to not have.
Right.
And I'm not going to be petty with, now I am techie. I am.
The man spent some money on some...
I'm techie. I am techie.
Dang.
I'm techie. I gotta have multiple devices and all that stuff because I am techie. I like to be techie, but I'm not into fashion. I'm not heavy into fashion. I don't spend thousands of dollars on clothes and jewelry and all that stuff. But I will spend thousands of dollars on equipment. Like I'll drop a bag for that, but I'm not gonna drop a bag for a sweater with somebody else's name on it. I feel my name is just as valuable, but I'm not about to do that. But I'm grateful for what I have, and I'm grateful for who I have. Mm-hmm. This is the problem with the toxic marital culture right now that has seeped its way in the church. We are leaving potential. We're leaving our spouses for the appearance of a good thing when it's actually very poisonous. Mm-hmm. You know what just hit me when I was talking, and this one wasn't even in my notes.
What?
We are literally watching the fulfillment of Tyler Perry's movie, that movie that he did with, oh my goodness, what is her name?
Temptation or something like
Temptation.
that? No.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, see, now you finna make me look it up.
can't think of the name of the movie to those that's watching. I'm sorry. I just had a brain like, oh, what's the name of the movie? But Tyler Perry did a movie of a young lady who was married to this guy who was who was a pharmacist, had a mundane, job and whatnot.
I was right. Temptation.
Yep. Click it. Let me see. Yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. So the movie Temptation, y'all know the movie. It's a great movie actually too. And so in the movie, the key actor, I can't think of her name, but she's married to a gentleman in the movie who's just a regular guy, got a job at a pharmacy, whatever. And then she's being enticed by this dude that's very flashy, all that good stuff. I really believe that's where we are right now. I think we're living out that movie. People are leaving good quality.
Go ahead. And the problem in the movie, which made her look outside of her marriage, was that she felt unseen.
Yeah.
My issue is the moment you feel unseen, you need to have that conversation.
Right.
That stuff could be easily fixed.
Right.
Stepping outside is not that easy.
Once you step outside, it ain't easy to fix that stuff. It's not.
That's not as easy to fix.
Yeah.
And then you got to find somebody. You better hope you with somebody who's willing to go through all that,
right?
To even fix it with you,
right? I mean, and which is where we are right now. Like, we can go on a rabbit hole on that. I mean, seriously, because it frustrates me. Like, it frustrates me when I hear people say stuff. When I hear people say stuff like, well, my husband, his shoes, he don't ever wear, designer shoes, and all the other. It's like, but you're missing the beauty of what he's actually providing.
Seriously, and which, if that's what you want him to wear, buy it.
Yeah, go buy what you
want. Hey, babe,
want.
I bought this for you. I think this look nice on you.
Sometimes you got to treat your spouse like Build-A-Bear.
Period.
You gotta build, you gotta remodel them, but it's better to build a bear from the outside. It's better to build your spouse fashionably
than to have to build them as a character,
and then have to build them as a character.
Can't build that.
You can't do that. No matter how much sex you have, no matter how much money you have, no matter how many people know you, if you gotta build their character. I mean, that's that. I mean, come on, y'all. We really do have to lose this competitive comparison culture that is so. I blame social media.
Yeah.
I also blame the breakup of the family.
Yes.
Because we wouldn't be on social media as much if we was riding bikes and playing jump rope in the street. I'm sorry, I'm going back to the hood.
It's the truth.
And cracking open a fire hydrant. Go ahead.
No, it's the truth. Which is why that used to be the most funnest time of my life. Which is why we took that break to hang with the boys.
Yeah, we did.
I mean, not to say that we are some big social media
but we got a lot pulling at us right now.
Right, we have a lot. We got ministry, we got business, we got the podcast now.
Yeah.
So we have a lot that we have to pay attention to, and sometimes you need to take that break. I'm not saying shut all your social media down. Go on a fast. I'm not saying
right.
People.
Right.
I mean, if that worked for you, that worked for you. I sometimes think people go to the bit extreme, but I do think it is important to make the time.
Yeah, I agree. I agree 1,000%. I think you lose your sense of gratitude when your lines are blurred. And I'm going down a rabbit hole, but honestly, like. You have to refocus on what your spouse has versus what you think they don't have.
Yeah.
And I have seen people from afar who spent more time picking them apart than building them up.
Yeah.
If you got a spouse that has character, work ethic, consistency,
something that is really hard to find.
That's hard to find. Like, and this is no shade to all of our single listeners, people that are unmarried and whatnot, and looking for a spouse and looking to be married. I am so glad I got married when I did.
Yeah.
And people try to talk me out of it. People try to say, "Man, that's too young. You ain't lived your life. Yeah, you ain't. You ain't. I live with. I've done all that. I've traveled. I've made money. I've done it. I would hate to be trying to find somebody right now because in the world of social media, you don't know who is who.
Man, listen.
When we met each other, Twitter was popping.
Right.
Twitter and Facebook was popping.
Right.
Instagram really wasn't even.
What's the one you did? Remember our marriage video was on our proposal.
Oh yeah.
What is
Social
that?
Cam.
Social Cam. Right. That was hot.
Yeah, that was hot. Right. Social Cam was hot, and Facebook and Twitter was hot back then. Mm-hmm. But we got over 200 some social media apps right now that people can choose from, and it's going to keep changing. So right now, you don't know. People literally have double lives.
Seriously,
you can literally hide your entire family. You can literally,
somebody literally did,
and
we gonna get into that.
We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk. Don't you go nowhere.
Whole fast.
I can be like. But seriously, you can literally hide your whole family. Mm-hmm. You can hide your whole spouse just from creating multiple pages or whatever. And this is why people say, man, I'm a friend with cheating on my wife. Man, I don't know how you and Shanea stay so committed to each other. Can I just go ahead and be honest? Can I say something? Go ahead. No, and this is not to be disrespectful. When you get married, you don't lose the awareness of attractive people in the world.
Because everybody know Morris Chestnut is still my husband, although I am married.
I forgot to mute your mic. What's your mic? Let me mute button there.
Lewis know. That is my boo. Hold on.
I need a sound effect for that. When you get out of order, you know what would be a great sound effect? I'm going to get an Andrew Caldwell audio in here. It's going to say, stop calling me sis. I should not have said that in this podcast. But anyway. No, but seriously, what was I about to say? I'm playing.
Your eyes don't roll back at you like you can't see.
Yeah. When you get married, you don't lose your. They're not attractive. They're not. You don't lose that. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I am not a sneaky. I'm not that person. I can barely keep it with Shanea. Not to be funny, but.
Go ahead. Like you said, it's not like you don't. You see, and all it's saying is your eyes work.
Yeah, and it's okay to see somebody, find them attractive, and go about your day. But don't be,
It's the part when you linger on it. Right, is the part that is not okay.
But lingering is a reflection of a character issue.
Right.
This is what I'm trying to say. And I'm sorry. Go ahead. What you about to say?
Yeah, but I think I forgot.
Because I was about to go down another path, and I don't want to make you lose your thoughts. I'm sorry.
I forget it. It's gone.
This is why you should spend more time with you before you give your life to someone else. Mm-hmm. You need to sit there with you and find out why you are like this.
Yep.
You need to look at yourself in the mirror and say, why do I drink this amount of alcohol on these type of days? Mm-hmm. The more you become aware of you, the more you can give what's really in you to somebody else.
Yeah.
The worst thing that can happen in a marriage is for you to marry somebody and you don't know you. Mm-hmm. So while they're discovering you, you're discovering you.
And they can end up telling you who you are.
Exactly.
I think we said in that last episode.
Yeah.
They could try to start redefining who you are, right. And it's not really you.
And it's not you because you didn't spend time. You didn't spend time cracking the cocoon. You didn't spend time defining you. You gotta. I wish we can really teach this to young adults. Mm-hmm. Spend time with you. Mm-hmm. Learn what turns you on.
Yeah.
Learn what turns you off.
Yeah.
Learn your spending habits. Mm-hmm. Learn how to say no. I mean, you gotta define you because if you don't, you're gonna marry somebody or be with somebody who you're gonna be like, I didn't know you act like that. Where'd that come from? It's because you don't spend time with you.
Yeah.
All right. We said all that to say this. We had an incident. There was an incident in social media world. Y'all know this.
Not us.
Not us.
But if you ain't been living under a rock.
Yeah, if you haven't been living under a rock, you saw this.
You should know that.
Yeah.
Go ahead, my bad.
Go ahead.
You should know that there was a relationship. Sorry.
You good. You good.
That was a relationship guru. And I put the emphasis on quotation with guru because this man, Derek Jackson.
Derek Jackson.
Good Jesus. He needs some help.
Yes.
Anyways, the man was making videos about what ladies should do and giving ladies advice and why he probably ain't that into you or
signs he is into you.
Signs he into you, what you should be looking for in a man, and I was doing all this talking. That's all he doing. Just running up your minutes on your phone.
Run it.
It ain't even after 9.
We need to bring that back. I'm about to write AT&T a letter. Cut these phones off until 7 or 9 o'clock.
You was running up your minutes. And this man, the whole time, like I've seen his videos or whatever. I was never really a fan because I didn't like his tone. I was like, first of all, who are you to tell me?
I don't like generalization either.
Yeah. Yes. I think that's what it was when I said tone.
Yeah.
I don't like that. To generalize.
Yeah, I don't like generalization. And I hate that in order to have influence or value or substance to this generation, you have to generalize. And I hate generalization. Generalization to me is one of the greatest reflectors of narcissism, is one of the greatest reflectors of flawed personalities, is one of the greatest reflectors of also I can even talk about bipolarism. I can talk about dissociative actions. Like generalization is if you're going to generalize food. You know what I'm saying? Generalize objects. Don't generalize people. Like generalization of people is horrible. It's why
because everybody ain't the same.
Because everybody's not the same.
Yeah.
If you're going to generalize clothing, generalize stuff that you know. Generalize objects, objects, you know what I'm saying? But don't generalize human beings, you know? Yeah. I hate generalization, which is why I don't really know who I follow on social media. I don't really follow anybody, you know, that I can say is, they posted a new video that I'm about to watch. I don't follow anybody because generalization to me typically is like a cover up for something that's going on right now. I can even anticipate that I think something's going to come out about the guy that's trending right now. That's I forgot his name that quickly. He's doing relationship stuff too, but
Kevin Samuel.
I can predict that I think something's about to come out about him because generalization typically is a rug for something that's beneath the surface. But that's a whole nother thing. But anyway, go ahead.
But so as y'all know, this man was saying a whole bunch of nothing about relationships and marriage and all this and that. And they come to find out this man was married with kids and was cheating on his wife the whole time. But
the sad part about the situation is, like, I know everybody was making jokes about the wife and, you know, and all that stuff.
Someone was funny. Oh, Kevin on stage had some funny ones.
He did.
He had some fun. I was hollering.
Like, it's much. I know people were making fun of her and all that stuff, but what's sad to me though is he didn't see he could not see the detrimental impact that it was having on his wife, and he could not see the model that he was setting for his children. But that's because narcissists typically cannot see that. Narcissistic behavior can't see externally. They can only process their own desire. They are incapable of seeing the story from the other side. Like they can't sympathize with how this has made you feel. They can only generalize how this man made you feel.
Right.
Even in their generalization, they're not even talking about you.
Right.
They're talking about the category that you fit. You being a wife, a mother, you know. So I was really disgusted when all of this stuff started coming out, and you know, and all the social media people started talking about it and stuff. And I didn't post it. I don't think I did. I didn't post none of it just because I
share some of Kevin Stage stuff. I'm not gonna hold you. They were funny.
It was funny. It was absolutely funny, you know. But I didn't share any of it because I just didn't want to. I didn't want that in my timeline or in my, you know, being a pastor or what. I don't want my people to be seeing me, talk. I just didn't think it had any importance. You know what I'm saying? But the point is, people patterned their life after what he said.
They did, and I forgot to mention this. He is also the one who was down a certain pastor's throat for cheating on his wife.
Yeah, he dogged him out.
He dragged him on social media.
He did.
Dragged him and saying all this stuff and what he did. Him and his wife, actually, because his wife got on there and said something. The pastor's wife got on there and said something. And then he did a video about both of them.
Right.
So this is what I'm saying. How dare you? Who are you?
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's that generalization.
To get on social media and criticize somebody else's marriage when your marriage is in shambles.
But then the video that he did talking about, when they said that he drug her out the bed, one post, I'm not about to scream on this podcast. One post said, nope, that's not funny. One post said she was in the middle of a dream. The scene when remember in SpongeBob when he would be in dreams and it would be a cloud. He would get out the cloud and go somewhere else. They said that she was asleep. And they said Derek Jackson walked in the room and snatched out the dream.
No, I saw what they said when she was sleeping. They was like, baby, wake up. She got on the body and was like, baby, wake up. We gotta make this video.
That's not funny. That's not funny. But anyway, so all of that stuff, but my point of what I was trying to say is people shape their life after what he was saying, and he's the prime example of what a toxic marriage goes. You are a whole married man, but you have masterfully hid your marriage.
I hid your wife.
Hid your wife.
For years, nobody knew that man was married. And then the crazy thing about it though, if you go because I'm not gonna stunt, I did go on her Instagram because I want to see what the woman of God was like. I want to see what the word was. What the word was. But anyways, if you go on her video, this is the whole double life thing. The man was commenting on her pictures and everything. I
saw that from what you showed me, yeah.
Doing the eggplant emojis, talking about, woo, girl, you fine, all this other type of stuff. It's the whole fake image of stuff. Like, bro, you all on her social media, but don't ever talk about her on yours.
Yeah.
Don't ever talk about her on yours. Don't ever, nobody knew this man was married.
Yeah.
Besides his wife, family, and her friends.
Right.
The people that knew, the wife.
Right.
They the only ones that knew that the man was married.
Right. Like he masterfully, but watch this. He used what the culture looks to for value, and he used it to manipulate his own life.
He made money
off of us. Like, seriously.
Not me.
I'm saying us, meaning the culture.
I said y'all. I'm just playing.
But he manipulated the system because this is what you can do when people are no longer growing internally and they choose to grow externally, then those who control the external can manipulate it so well to where you will eat what's coming out the right hand while I'll do whatever I want with the left hand.
Yep.
Because you don't want to grow internally. You want to watch a 5-minute video. You want to turn on BET. You want to turn on YouTube, and you want to grow that way. You want to listen. You want to share somebody's tweet and say facts, but you don't want to turn it off and look in your soul. Look in your heart, look in your journey and say, how can I become a better me? Maybe I need to change my diet. Maybe I need to change my friend. You know what? This person, there's a lot of toxicity around them. Let me kind of distance myself. You know what? Let me pray a little more. Let me read some more books on because you won't grow internally. People are manipulating the external system. And I'm using that word external to say social media. I'll even go as far as to say even church. Even places you should grow internally, even those, anything that
puts the responsibility on anybody else besides you.
Exactly. Anything that puts the responsibility on everybody else except you has the power to manipulate you into thinking you are growing when you actually are not.
Yes. They're actually putting you behind.
They're actually putting you behind, setting you backwards. And this is what our culture deems to be value. I don't know if they see it how I see it, but it's like, oh my goodness, it's like, dude, it's like, oh my God. Sometimes I just want to say, hey, man, they're incredible, man, but don't compare yourself to that.
Don't. Even us. Like, we even say it in the podcast. I make sure we say it a couple of times. Like, yo, what we giving y'all, this is just advice.
This is us talking.
This is us talking, having a conversation. Yeah. This is stuff that we've dealt with. Like, we even, like I said, even with the podcast, there's nothing we say to y'all that we have not dealt with us first.
Right.
We've had those conversations.
Right.
We've cried. We've had to sit down and readjust and refocus.
Yeah.
It's not something we just pulling out of thin air.
Yeah, we don't fake. One thing me and Shanea don't do is I don't think we've ever been that couple that presented something that was
we can't.
Yeah, we really can't. Because
and for one, my face gonna tell it all.
And for two, I'm not good. I'm not good at keeping secrets. I can keep life secrets, like personal stuff, but like all that stuff, I'm not good at that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just not good at that. I guess the point of this podcast, y'all, this episode was to free y'all from comparing yourself to what looks successful. Mm-hmm. To free y'all from comparing yourself to what looks fruitful, because just because it has the look does not mean it has the culture. Mm-hmm. And once you get past how people look and present themselves, you start to discover, man, these people are shallow.
More shallow than the interest of a pool.
I mean, I don't think they realize, like, you get around these people, and I've been blessed to meet a few celebrities. Mm-hmm. When I say celebrities, I use that word loosely because celebrities is So I've been blessed to meet a few celebrities. I've been blessed to even play for a few celebrities. And when you get to kicking it and talking and eating with these people, man, you start to see how small they are. Mm-hmm. They be filling your clothes and want to know,
or can't keep their eyes like we said. I don't know if it was this episode or last, but you of course attraction. It was this episode. So of course attraction is there, but when your eyes are just like you just want, like, you can't even keep your head like, oh, okay, yeah. But you, like, if you follow, what's that?
What?
Family Guy did a whole episode on it. What is it called when you I can't remember what it's called, when he was driving and Peter saw a woman jogging and he still
I remember that episode
and crashed into a car. I forgot what it's called.
I remember that episode.
You like
it just, you start to see how shallow people are. Mm-hmm. Because we can fake what we present, but we cannot fake our character
at all.
And I don't mean to make this a spiritual statement, what I'm about to say. We also can't think that just because God blessed us means that it was a reflection of our personal development.
Exactly.
That's not true. God blesses you. I have my own thoughts on that, but I feel like sometimes what we call the blessing is actually just time and chance coming together.
I was just gonna say that, like, when it comes to social media. Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong, because God can. Yeah. He can't have that certain somebody that can help push your career. Right. Watching it at that specific time. You see what I'm saying? He wasn't listening. He wasn't watching your video, but he just so happened to scroll past it. So that is God. Right. But come on, y'all. It's called algorithm.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, the people is the ones that make you
make you pop up,
make you popular. Yeah. And if they share your stuff, if they are retweeting or whatever, you can become the eye of social media.
Right, and what we have called God blessed is more so like it's like being at the right place at the right time. Like,
exactly.
And unfortunately, the culture has interpreted the blessing as the approval. And it doesn't mean that just because God blesses you doesn't mean the package is ready to be displayed.
Right.
Does that make sense what I'm saying? Sometimes go ahead.
You actually said something. You was teaching on Sunday, and you was saying, I can't remember exact words, but you was pretty much saying, like, what if you don't even have the space? Well, you looking for a certain blessing, but you ain't even got the space to even operate in that.
Right. Exactly.
So it goes with you as a person too.
Yeah.
You want to be blasted all over social media, but your life ain't even together.
Right. You don't have the the blessing, material blessings, natural blessings, and I'm all for y'all. We cannot think or believe that what God has blessed us with or provided for us is a reflection that our soul is in a place of maturity.
Right.
You can what's that movie called? It was like, what was it, Blank Check? He was a child and
yes. I love that movie.
Yeah, I love that movie too.
90s.
Yeah, I watched it a couple of years ago though. But he was a child and he had access to all of this money. Like, that's what the blessing does. Like, God brings you into a place of fulfillment, whatever, and you get the promotion, you get the career, you get the job, you get the credit, and your soul is still immature. But which is why I said you got to stop looking at people. You got to look in your soul. All right, we got to wrap this up. We've been doing this almost an hour. We got to wrap this up. We typically don't go this long, but
yeah, I mean, it's so much more to say in that topic. But you're right. We gotta
wrap this up, y'all.
Boy, should have started.
I got one last thing to say though. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, man. God.
We also, not only do we have to deal with the toxic goals of marriage, but we also got to deal with. We also have to deal with the cultures that we have found ourselves joining under the idea this is going to help me become a better person.
Right.
I am a big endorser of mentorship, community training, all that stuff. I'm a big endorser of it. But if you are not managing you, mentorship is not going to help you
at all.
If you're not managing you, the marriage club at the church is not going to help you.
At all.
Again. You cannot believe that anything external can change you if you don't deal with you.
Work on your own soul salvation.
Honestly, what we have right now in the culture, we got icing with no cake. We got. It's beautiful icing. It's Winnie the Pooh.
Well, you know what it is? It's a dummy cake. The outside of it is beautiful as it can be, but on the inside ain't nothing but styrofoam.
It's nothing but styrofoam.
Can't eat none of that.
But it's for sale. It's $1,000. It's for you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's just all right. I'm done. All right, we want to give y'all some takeaways for y'all to take away. All right, if you're going to break that mold of toxic marriage goals, I think you got to first focus on your own relationships. Have these type of conversations off camera before you try to have these conversations on camera. So you got to break that first. You got to break away from that. You got to talk to your spouse off camera. Number 2, you also got to embrace this. That my marriage is not your marriage.
I know, period.
Well, my marriage is your marriage.
Yeah.
Let me point something out.
Put it at the camera.
My marriage is not your marriage.
The camera.
Oh, my marriage. Remember that part in barbershop? He was, and Lilo Brown walked in to get his haircut. He was like, Calvin, my man Calvin. And then, my marriage is not your marriage.
Yes.
So you. I wish we had more time.
I wish we did.
Lastly, number 3, disconnect from the trends. Turn the trends off and focus on your own. Turn the trends off. Do something out the box. Do something unordinary. Build your own culture. Me and Shanea started doing something with our friends about 5 years ago, 2 years into our marriage. We started doing friends' Christmases. Well, we had our friends come to our house and spend the night with us on Christmas Eve, and they would go home on Christmas Day. We were building our own trend. Build your own. Instead of trying to do what everybody's doing, Build your own so that you can be able to say, this is what me and my spouse have. Like, I think we focus so much on what the celebrity culture is doing with their families. Mm-hmm. They're in cabins and woods and picking up worms and you doing all this stuff. I'm sorry, I just had a Rugrats moment. My mind just went to Tommy Pickles and Dale, But seriously, y'all wild thornberries, they just, oh my God. And I get it. It's attractive. It's attractional, it's inspiring, it's beautiful. But you're spending so much time.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you out. Let it be what you just said, inspiration.
Yeah, let it inspire you to build your home. Don't be, and don't ignore your spouse when they're trying to build one with you.
Yeah.
Because the time you give in your phone, what my grandma used to call it the telephone, the time you give that phone and those social media apps, you could be building a trend with your spouse.
Yeah.
Me and Shanea do stuff like s'mores. We do stuff, we just I don't mean to sound like I'm fussing you all, but I'm just trying to help you all because y'all watching them every story. They put up 100. These are celebrities. They have to put these stories up to maintain certain sponsorship. They put up
even your favorite church celebrities,
even your church celebrities, even your church leaders. They put up 100 stories, 120 stories of them and their families, and I love it. I respect it. But if that's all you're watching and focusing on, you're gonna miss out on building moments, significant moments, with your spouse and with your children. All right. You got anything? We good?
I want to keep going, but we gotta go.
Yeah, we gotta go. This is too long. This is 56 minutes. We almost talking an hour. It's good though. I mean, I hope this makes sense to people because for so long. Now, here's what I will say about my grandparents' generation. Mm-hmm. Here's what I will say about my grandparents' generation. I felt they were more intuitive with each other and their children and kids than we are today. In my opinion, my grandparents' generation, they were really big on their legacy. Okay. Especially if you had, let me quantify this. Especially if you had a husband and wife team. Yeah. They were married. They were really big on family barbecue. They were really big on traditions. Even one of our best friends, shout out to Jared, even his family. His family reminds me so much of my grandparents because they have traditions and they drill these traditions in us. But what they're doing is they're setting a culture so that when you get older, you'll know how to build that. I gotta give them credit. I gotta give our grandparents' generation credit. They had a lot of issues and a lot of flaws, but they were big on family moments. Yeah. When even if smaller stuff, little Juju just graduated from kindergarten. Guess who there? The whole band. You see what I'm saying? Because these are
out to eat later.
And they out to eat later. Little Juju don't know what's going on. Everybody giving little Juju little money. Tell them, hey, you didn't graduate. You going to first grade. Look at you, and they just like, yeah, they don't know what's going on. But it's a moment. You see what I'm saying? It's a trend that they're building. Like. Number 3, disconnect from these trends so you can build your own. Build your own trend. Build your own model. Build your own enjoyment. Go downtown. Park the car. Let the windows down.
Listen.
Do something.
Cruising down the street on your...
Yeah, just chill. What you about to say?
It was a song.
What's one of the songs I just know? Don't quote stuff that I don't know. Okay, don't do that. Okay, I want you, if you're gonna quote it because me and you both have kind of talked about it. Don't do that. But anyway, let me play one of my sound effects because you just. Oh my god, you just. I did it. I did. Thank you. No, seriously. All right.
He is annoying me.
All right, y'all. This is the Marriage from Scratch podcast, and I'm your co-host, Louis C. Wembley, joined by my lovely wife,
Shanea Wembley.
And we hope this episode was amazing and valuable and added contribution to your life. If you've watched this episode, you typically do this.
Oh, yeah. If you finish this episode...
I got an idea.
Okay, go on the last post and say...
I'm starting my own trend.
I'm starting my own trend.
Yeah, I'm starting my own trend. All right. Okay. All right, y'all. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Don't forget, send us your questions. Send us your inboxes a question. Follow our social medias. Lewis Wimbley on Instagram, Shanea Wimbley on Instagram, Marriage from Scratch on Instagram, marriagefromscratch1@gmail.com. Send us your question. Episode 10 it's going to be straight questions.
Yep.
All right? That's all we're going to talk about. That's all we're going to deal with, straight questions. All right? All right. Y'all have a good day. Enjoy the rest of your week, whatever day it is you're listening. Thank you so much for tuning in again.
Peace out.
All right.